Hi guys, welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. How are you doing? It's a beautiful day today. I mean, not just beautiful, it's glorious. And you know, I was walking to the fruit and vegetable store, little market store we have. As I was walking through the town, there's nobody there, of course, only a few people, because we're all on lockdown, right? I saw this dragonfly, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but I actually communicated this. I shouldn't even say it. I sound really nuts, don't I? The dragonfly was like free. I mean, literally, it felt free. It feels like Mother Nature's animal kingdom has been liberated. It's like we're on lockdown and they are free. And what a beautiful thing that is for them to feel. The one thing I would suggest, and my thinking, how I think all the time, I'm always feeling things and thinking things. Because we're on lockdown, animals now are going to really struggle with understanding when the lockdown's over. So the first thing that sprung to my mind is be really careful when driving. Go slow to start with, because animals are a little bit like rabbits. They go on the same run all the time, and when they feel safe, they'll keep doing that run. So you imagine animals now where they wouldn't have ever gone before, which is motorways. They'll cross over motorways now. They'll go into town centres, and we're seeing it more and more. Well, we need to realize that when they get used to that, they're going to come back and they're going to have a shock, whether they get run over or people are going to be there, so they'll run away. So we're going to have to be really delicate with our animal kingdom and be very, very mindful, please. Okay, I don't know why I went off on that. I don't know where that just came from. But so it's been a great eye-opener, awakener. We are all becoming very awake and aware. There's some beautiful things happening right now, and I know that a lot of my videos, as of late, I've been talking negative. Negative, what that means is that we don't want to see the truth. We don't want to hear it. We're sticking our heads in the sand. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. And that comes with a price. That comes with negativity. And you know what? I could be like all the other self-helpers out there and spreading joy, and love, and don't worry, everything's going to be okay. But I think, I used to have a fish and chip bar. It was a 48-seater fish and chip bar. I never even knew about fish and chips, but I went to learn how to cook. So I went to the Leeds Fish Fryers Federation, and I learned for 1 week. I learned how to cut the fish, how to cook it, and everything. Cyril Watts came to work with me when I opened this place up, and Cyril Watts was one of the best fish fryers in the world. And I thought, well, I might as well get the best fish fryer in the world and to come and teach me how to fry fish. Makes sense, right? So I did. I paid him, I think it was £500 a week, and he was there for 1 or 2 weeks. And he said, "You're a quick learner, Mark. I don't think I'll need to be here that long." I went, "Okay, thanks, Cyril." Little old man cracking away, not old, but cracking away. And there's me cleaning. And after 1 week, he said to me, "You know what, Mark? I don't mean to be awful, but you ain't going to last in this business." And I went, "Why?" He says, "There's a number of reasons." He says, "But one of them is you're too clean. You're too clean. You're wasting your paper, what you're cleaning up with all the time. You're wasting energy. You're wasting your time." And I went, "I think you could never be too clean, Surely you keep your fish frying equipment clean. Surely, I mean, yeah, no, Mark, can't do it. Impossible." He says, "And the other thing is your wastage." And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "You're throwing the fish away and the chips. and you don't do that. And I said, but the fish is like 2 days old. I'm not going to keep it 3 days. He says, look, Mark, let me tell you something. When fish gets cooked to over 100 degrees, all bacteria, all disease in there dies. So it doesn't matter. Nobody will get ill if the fish is a little bit too old. And I said, I thought about it and I said, you know what, Cyril? I got to be honest with you, mate. When I make food for any of them people sat on them seats, I'm making it for me. So if I put a plate down knowing that that fish is too old and I'm giving it to that person, I am equally to blame and shame on me. So you know what I did? I was probably the world record holder of opening a fish and chip bar and selling it within 3 months. Sold it as soon as somebody came along, they bought it. Because I couldn't make any profit. Because I was throwing so much away, which most fryers would fry. Anyway, the moral of this story is that my life is my life. Every action I take, every action I do is out of my morals. And what I'm kind of saying there is, I would no way put a plate of food in front of you if I couldn't eat that food myself. Now, it's not about the food, it's about life. It's about everything that we do and our morals. So, right now, I am seeing so-called people in the awakening world, the truthers, the alternative world, taking advantage of this opportunity, I think they would call it, to make money. And somebody asked me, why aren't you doing that this morning? Why aren't you taking advantage? And I said, because that's exactly what it is, taking advantage. And shame on people who are taking advantage. And I said, I have never given as many crystals away as these past 4-6 weeks. I always give crystals away, but I'm more so doing it now. I'm going to my website and thinking, okay, what's my next crystals? Can I now put them on my website at cost price? So what I'm doing is the opposite of what everybody else seems to be doing. In all walks of life, shameful, taking advantage of the situation. Oh, we are now being kicked off this social media platform, so we need to start one. Send me lots of money and I'll begin. It's like, you know what? Or the other one, hey guys, we're in a spiritual time, you need to do this, you need to come to me and you need to join this and it's only going to cost that. Or, and it's like, no. You don't do that. You don't do that. You help your brothers and sisters in a time of need and want where they are, in a bad place. So if we all did what I said just now, the world wouldn't be ill and starving. Like my daughter's telling me that there's places in Thailand where, there is absolutely no food. And the mothers, the grandmothers are cooking and giving food away what they can. And then there's these big companies coming along saying, look at me, look at what I'm doing. I'm cooking all this food for the workers. And what about everybody else? And you're doing that because you're joining up with somebody else who's publicizing you. So now you're getting even bigger, and then at the end of this, everybody will be coming to you all the time. It's not about that. Stop taking advantage. Look after your brothers and sisters. Take care of people because of this, because you want to, not because of, after this I'm going to be rich. It's sickening. It really is, and it really saddens me how people are so abusive towards taking advantage of people at a time of need. Horrific. It really is. So it's kind of like getting the balance right. It's finding the balance of how can I still continue and do my best without taking advantage. That's kind of like the secret. There's always going to be people who have done well in life, always. And then there's who have plenty of money because they've maybe been very successful or they've been handed down money. And then there's people who don't have anything. So there's always going to be a balance that you'll always be looked after one way or another. That if you have a business, people who have money will always contribute and help. And then you can then help people who don't have anything. So I think it's finding the balance with business. But a friend of mine who had a very successful business, online business of holidays, has gone bust. He had 19 staff. So it's becoming quite bad now, and we can see the aftermath of what's happening right now from what is meant to be a virus, right? So I don't really know where I'm going with this today. I just thought I wanted to just have a chat and lighten things up, but I seem to have gone down a different path today and talking about something that I wouldn't normally talk about. But I do feel a little bit ashamed of people who are big companies who claim to be doing this for the love and help and healing, but it's all about making their company even bigger, which is really sad. I think that's it, really. I just want to leave a message with you. You can see I'm a little bit upset about it, which I am. I feel a little bit bad for mankind and how people take advantage at times when we need to pull together and help. If you've got a little girl or boy who's feeling depressed and down and really, and even to a teenager, as I've been working with in these past few days as well with some teenagers who have been feeling a bit down, helping them in many ways, sending crystals to them and tools. If you know of a teenager, a child who's suffering right now and you really think they're in a bad place, go to info@markbajerski.com, send me a little message, let me know what's going on, and I'll try and find a nice crystal and some tools to help them at this moment. I can't promise everybody, but I'll do my best, okay? I will be on the Richie Allen show, fingers crossed, all being well, if streaming is going to work this time. The streaming went down just before the show. That's this Monday at 5:30. So I'll hopefully be giving some great tips and advice spiritually and other things and thoughts that I've had. So that should be a good show. Please come and join us. That's Monday at 5:30 on the Richie Allen radio show. You just need to go to www.therichieallenshow.com, I think, and you'll find it there. And that's 5:30 London time. That's GMT. Other than that, I'm going to crack on with my work now. I've got some bumblebees to put up, working on some bumblebee jaspers, and some other beautiful things. Enjoying my day today. The sun is out, sun is shining. Don't listen to the idiots who tell you not to go out in the sun. The sun is very important, very healing, and it basically gives life. Okay. Have a great day, whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for coming to Mark Bajerski YouTube channel. And I do have another channel called Mark Bajerski Crystals. So there's a lot of information there if you love crystals and incense and oils. Go over there. I think there's over 40 videos there now. So that's quite interesting. It's quite an interesting channel. So have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Bye. I'll probably miss something, but see you later.